Are you sure you want to post that? It's gonna be online forever.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're back in the stew.
We're back in the studio. We have an amazingly exciting guest today. The gorgeous and iconic Violet Myers is here today.
Ow.
Yay.
Thank you guys for having me a part of it.
Thanks for
Thanks for
coming
coming.
over.
We are honored.
Yeah, for real. I feel like we've like gained the respect of every man who's ever seen me just by being in proximity
Around
to
you.
Yeah. That's so sweet.
We were just talking about earthquakes and stuff before rolling. And how long have you lived in LA? You've lived here for a long time, right?
My whole life.
Whole
I'm
life.
from here, so I'm used to earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
Even in elementary school, I remember it was like summer school, and there was an earthquake, and like the earthquake drills we have out here are
Whoa.
cool. Only because you're like you go outside and you get to like hang out with your friends, and there's the group leaders and stuff.
And you're
So-
not in class.
Not in class, you're not learning. So. It's always fun.
Have you ever, like, a fan comes up to you and then they're like, I love you, I love your work, and by the way, we were in geometry together?
No, but I have gotten someone from my school like post me on TikTok, but they posted my yearbook photo and they're like, if you know, you know. And I was like, no, like
Could
don't
you
do.
not?
Yeah, and they were like, they swore they knew me, but I didn't know them. I
Yeah.
didn't know them at all.
Well, they knew you.
They knew me, but I didn't know them because realistically in high school I had like my group of friends, but we were like called the rejects. Like we were not cool at all. Like we were just like either the really smart kids or like the outside kids. So
Mhm.
You're in good company. We're
Yeah.
we're like loner girls too, I think.
For
yeah.
sure.
My last day of school, I just wanted to be a loner. Like I'm so used to hanging out with my group of friends, but I was like, I want to be a loner. So like that lunchtime, I was by myself on my phone listening to music, and it was cool. I liked it.
Did you tell your friends that you needed loner time, or were you just like, no?
No, I just separated myself from everyone because I was like, I'm not gonna see you guys anymore. So bye.
Damn.
Really just taking in the high school experience on the last day.
Yeah, honestly,
Here I am
it was
at
fun.
lunch.
I like being a loner.
Me too.
It's fun.
It's
It's good.
leaving.
I think it's
Yeah,
wonderful and like, but it's also kind of psychopathic sometimes.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when you go out by yourself, it can be scary.
And like, you're never truly alone. It's like you never truly accomplish anything all by yourself. It just feels like it. So like, I try not to like be a too like egotistical loner because I'm like I still owe all my homies, but I like being
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, well, there's just a time and a place for it, and I feel like we're all probably small circle of people, like big. Like I saw you at Kazumi's birthday party, and that I was so overstimulated there. Just there's so much energy, everyone is so charged
Yeah.
up, and I was like, I can't right now. It won't give my best self.
I feel that, but I feel like that too when you go to like those kind of parties and there's people around you. I try to be more social because I'm like usually the antisocial person, but if I'll take a shot or two so I can like meet people and say hi
Yeah.
because I'm just naturally really shy.
Yeah, tequila helps.
Yeah, and tequila over vodka.
For sure. Yeah, vodka drinkers are the true
Why
psychopaths.
does vodka? Why is it still happening? It tastes so bad.
I know, it's that rubbing alcohol.
Literally,
Yeah.
it makes every drink taste kind of worse.
Yeah, no, it's like, and then like the drunk is not compared to like tequila drunk.
No.
It's like potato drunk or cactus drunk. Let's
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
real. I want the cactus.
Yeah. And you get so used to like the type of alcohol that you drink. Like we had sake the other night and I felt like I was on some sort of drug or something. Like it was just a different feeling. It's like, whoa, I miss tequila.
Have you been to Japan? Speaking of sake,
No, not yet.
me either. But
That's-
it's open now.
I know, that's my bucket list.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hated the pandemic because I was like, I finally have money, I can finally go to Japan, and then boom, everything
And
closes.
I gotta save it.
I know, yeah, and like back to square one. But that's like one of my lists to do this year: go to Japan, and maybe I've been listening to like audios of like certain words to catch up on, so I can at least understand a little bit of the
nice.
language.
That's good.
Because that's gonna be a culture shock for sure. Because everything's not in English anymore; it's gonna be in a different language.
You're a
so.
weeb though, dude. Like through and through. Like I feel like you know probably fluent Japanese.
I feel like I know bad words, not good words, honestly. But I feel like I know what areas I would hit first, so
Yo,
I've kind of studied where I want to go to, and
what are you
yeah.
attracted to there?
Well, I for sure want to go shopping there. I know they have the craziest anime figures, and they're way cheaper than they are out here because you know they have to ship it out here, and so I want to get anime figures. I want to use my passport because you can get discount in certain places.
Oh.
So like the Babe store, you can get 10% off. So and it's already reduced price anyways compared to here. So I want to go shopping,
Hell yeah.
go to Harajuku, eat a bunch of sushi. I love sushi, ramen, and enjoy like that night culture too. I know they have like themed bars, and I've like studied what I wanted to do when I get there.
Hell yeah, dude. I want to be somewhere old. Like living in LA in particular, I just feel like I'm in a simulation all the time.
Yeah.
Like I want
Like,
to.
It doesn't feel real, right?
It's like a
Yeah.
glitchy feeling.
Yeah.
Like when you leave, it's like no, LA is like in its own bubble. And it's crazy
True.
to say that, like you have to be here to experience it because nothing feels real.
No.
Yeah.
Time just moves different and people here are different. It's like not like any other place.
Yeah,
I like it
especially
though. Like it
downtown.
is.
Yeah.
Part of it is addicting. I think.
Yeah. Especially if you're not from here, I could imagine like the
Yeah.
weather, the connections you meet, the food, the culture. It's like a lot in itself.
How do you feel like it's different when you're from here? Do you just feel more like grounded and less like distracted by all the bullshit, or?
You know what? It's crazy because I didn't realize I was living in LA until like I met people that are not from here. And I was like, wait, oh my God, like people want to come here and like this is the only thing I know. So it wasn't until I lived in Florida where I realized there's nothing like LA. Like there's the culture and there's so many things to do compared to, I mean, there's like New York and Miami that are still popular cities, but I feel like we have more because we're spaced out versus those two. And there's different language barriers compared to other places. So I feel like LA is just, I can't describe it. It's just like we have Chinatown, Little Tokyo,
Any
little,
subculture
like,
you
yeah,
want to get into.
like
Yeah.
there's everything.
You can make it your whole life here.
Yeah, honestly, like Koreatown, like I like hanging out there now. So
Yeah.
there's like so much things out here that you can do and like meet people. So I don't know. Compared to when I lived in Florida, I was always just like by the beach and stuff. Versus out here, I can.
Florida's a little busted,
Yeah.
but it's kind of fun for that reason.
People are cooked
Yeah.
in there. You know, a lot of time outside. But that's nice too. It's nice to go there and like, and then
Yeah.
come back to real life. Don't think I could live in Florida, but I enjoy going there for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I could live. I lived there, and honestly, it was nice, but I felt like every day felt like the same day.
How long were you there?
I lived there for like a year and a half
In Miami?
in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, and I would be in Miami a lot too because I would shoot a lot out there.
It's kind of like being in like an eternal strip mall a little bit.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about LA though. I feel like there's so many, everything is
But there's
strip
like nature here. Like you can actually
Yeah,
go.
you can
hiking.
leave and like go to the mountains,
Yeah.
the snow. You can go to the beach.
And they're not like chill outdoor. It's like a fucked up outdoor experience where you're like
Mhm.
in nature. You're gonna get bit by something. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, a little
We
bit
have
of
a little bit of
danger.
everything here.
yeah.
And you can drive to Vegas 3 hours if you want to leave too and just have fun.
3 hours? Not my experience.
Well, depending on
Yeah,
the day
yeah.
and the time. Like I've done 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Nice.
But then when I
Damn,
take that
doggy.
stop, you know what I'm talking about, where the
Mhm.
Eddie's thing is, where the
Yeah,
ice cream
yeah.
parlor is, then you're like, it goes to 2 hours.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, you got to drive in the middle of the night here. It's like the best time to drive. Traffic is something else. Have you ever
Yeah.
peed in your car during traffic?
I did that recently.
I did it for the first time too.
Oh my God, it's terrible. It's so bad because
It's a skill.
Thankfully, I had
Yeah.
a bowl.
I didn't. I had a water bottle.
Oh.
With a little tiny opening.
Yeah, I
How
try
can
to
you
like do it like,
control-
you know when we're like peeing in a cup when we get tested? I try to do that and it was just all over the place.
Oh,
But
no.
luckily I had drank a lot of water,
Yeah.
so it was like, it honestly looked like I just put more water in it because it was clear, so I was cool. But that sucks. God, I never
Yeah.
want to do that again.
It's not fun. Having to pee so bad in the car is like, I,
It's
like,
the
start
worst
vibrating
feeling.
or something.
And then you get like if you constantly do that, you can get like a UTI. It's like it's really bad.
There's this like fetish. I think it's like the name for it is a Japanese word that I can't remember, but it's basically like being full of piss and no one around you knowing and the pressure and. So I'm
Some
trying to get
people-
into it basically.
Some people, yeah, I can get that like that like it's almost like a squirt feeling.
Yeah. I'm like, anything involving liquid, somebody's gonna be horny from it. Like for sure.
There's something for everybody.
Yeah, the pee and the squirt debate is still ongoing. I know it's
don't
tiring. What is your stance on squirt? How do you feel about it?
I mean, I've been on sets where they try to get me to squirt and they're like, here, drink this. And like, I'm like, so it's piss or like, what is it? I've squirted without even knowing it's squirt, you know?
Yeah.
That
That's
sensation.
the real shit.
It's like that sensation. It's not like how they do in the movies where it's like, like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's like, you feel it coming out.
Yeah, it's like you're
Yeah.
filled with it suddenly, and then it kind of oozes out.
But when you go to the toilet, you're like, I have to pee. It's not pee.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling.
it's a different feeling. Yeah, it's
So,
being full of that elixir.
I think it's real, but I think porn makes it look fake. Because
Totally.
it's like, there's no way I'm going to like go like that and like a whole waterfall comes out. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That's not real. I'm sorry.
That's because we haven't fucked yet.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You're just
That,
Your
there was like
voice
phlegm in my throat, dude. Satan.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, squirt is real, but most squirt in mainstream porn is piss play.
Yeah.
Low key. But
Although,
squirt is real though.
Squirt can be real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It can be real depending on how you make it. But most of the time, they'll just be like, here, drink this. And that's how
Yeah.
you like get that squirt to come out.
Interesting. Dude, we were browsing Pornhub before this. We were like, Violet is really up there, man. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
number 6, babe.
Oh, wow.
And Pornhub is international, so you're number 6 in the world.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird. Only because it's like trippy. Yeah. But I've always wanted to like be on there.
Yeah.
I remember I used to go on there and be like, I want my name to be on there. And like,
yeah.
it's cool. It's cool to know that people want to see me get fucked in a way. Like, I think that's an honor that people want to jerk off to me.
Hell yeah.
Yes. We're all
Yeah.
in agreement about that.
Is fame what you thought it would be? How is it different from what you were like wanting for yourself before you were famous?
I still find it hard to believe I'm famous, you know, because I really wanted to do this to be a famous porn star. But then, like, when you're, like, a famous porn star, you're like, what next? Like, what do I do
Yeah.
now? It's like, I have to figure out what I want to do. But my goal was to always kind of, like, be that girl for somebody that can relate to me, because I could never find myself on Pornhub.
Mm-hmm.
Never find, like, ethnic-looking girl that had, like, natural tits. I always thought you had to have fake boobs. And I always thought that was the standard, like, oh, perky, uplifted tits. And I was actually, before I even did porn, I was gonna get a breast reduction and get my boobs done so I can have fake tits. Yeah, swear to God.
Whoa.
Yeah, my mom, we have insurance, and I was gonna say I have back issues, and we were gonna do the reduction. And then I got into porn, and then my agent was like, don't touch your tits.
Perfect.
Don't touch it.
Like saggy, like keep it natural. And I was like, okay, but I feel like porn made me more comfortable with my body than versus when I wasn't in it, because I didn't really like my body. And just knowing that people really enjoyed my natural body, and even before my surgery and everything, that it made me not feel validated, but it gave me a sense of confidence that there's someone out there that's going to be watching me and they're going to relate to me because they have the same body type as mine.
Yeah, I think you are like really a beautiful representation of just like not like having to conform to anything other than like who you genuinely are to be prosperous,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
is amazing.
And I think like the way you just described your beginning of it kind of shows and explains why you are so famous now. Like so many people are watching you and feeling kind of at home in a comfortable way, obviously. But yeah, it's a breath of fresh air, and just like the few conversations we've had, I feel like you're in a different realm than a lot of people, just like really down to earth and
In your own
chill
realm.
in
Yeah.
your own realm. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really wanted to be or let it get to my head like having this like ego or whatever, because I've actually been around a lot of girls who were like big names when I first started, and they weren't really the nicest person to me. And I grew up, I was bullied and stuff, so I never wanted to be that way. I wanted to just maintain like the chillness, be down to earth, because there's not that many people that are in this industry like that. But now there is, you know, but when I first started there wasn't. So it kind of kept me grounded, and also where I came from, no one wanted to work with me. Like, I was different. I was curvy. So realistically, I had to make my own lane because nobody wanted to book me. So creating my online persona and like relating to people with my interests kind of helped me create who I am today, and because people were able to relate to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have like a big break moment, or was it just like a series of?
I definitely had like that scene where I was like, okay, that I knew that was gonna be big. I did a Bang Bro scene, and it was like the second part to Mia Khalifa's the hijab scene that she did that got her in trouble. I did that one, and then when I saw that they put our movies together, like Mia Khalifa versus Violet Myers,
Whoa.
that was when I was like, oh shit, because when people type in like Mia Khalifa, Violet Myers comes up. So that was when I realized like, oh shit, I'm like becoming somebody because of that movie that I did. And it didn't really create a lot of controversy as she did because I didn't really go for ISIS. But it helped me a lot because a lot of new people that were her fans were able to be like, oh, who's that girl? You know, but not taking from her shine, but being like, that girl kind of looks like her, but she's different. She's more natural.
But you're probably their type.
Yeah. So then that's when I knew. And then realistically, I started getting more shoots, and then my Twitter was growing. And I was becoming memes and stuff. So that really helped me. Yeah, the memes.
I feel like your fan base is like top tier of fan bases. Just like
They're
the
so
nicest,
nice.
sweetest, goony, nerdy babies.
Yes. They're just like me, you know. They're like, we're horny, but also we're nerdy and very wholesome. I think that's what I love about my fans is that they're nice. And if we'll catch somebody, like, whether it's the impersonations or people being mean to each other, we call each other out on it. And I'll make sure to put them in their place because I don't stand for that.
Yeah.
Mommy Violet.
Yeah. Mommy Violet, yeah.
That's so sweet.
Dude, so, okay, when I was in I was still in Arkansas, so early 20s, I was watching Princess Mononoke with my friends for the first time. And, you know, that, like, big, squiggly, like, gray monster that comes on at the very beginning that's like terrorizing the town. I don't know, it looks like it just has like a bunch of little like tentacles on it basically. And this was like before I had done any like sex like industry stuff. I was like, I kind of want to fuck that thing, and my friends were like, hold up, and they like paused it. They were like, bro, do you watch hentai? And I was like, no. And they were like, you should go home right now. And I was like, I will. And I went home and
sent your ass.
That's how you discovered hentai?
Yeah. And I was like, I will be watching this octopus rape video now, and it is my favorite kind of porno.
I understand that.
I know, right? I love hentai, and I'm so grateful to my friends for telling me to watch it.
It's just like finding a treasure chest. Really, it's like, oh my god, wait, hold on, there's more porn,
and that's not even like limited to the boundaries of like the actual human body. It's like crazy stuff that like is just animated. I love
like,
that.
Like
triple penetration and
really?
monster. Like, my thing is monsters, like giant, like beastly looking beings with giant dicks fucking like this girl, and it's like it's hot because they're moans, and you know, like that they like it and stuff, versus you know, they have that in real life, but there's just something about Japanese hentai moans. I don't know, it's just
Can you
different.
do an impression of one?
Like right now?
Yeah.
We can all do our best one.
Okay, you guys go first. Hold on.
God.
Wow.
That was really good.
Thanks.
How do I That doesn't I don't know if that works.
I'm what?
Okay. I'm like trying to think of how to fake moan. It's like doing softcore.
I have full body tingles.
Literally, I'm
I'm
transported.
sweating. Wow.
Clearly, I watch a lot of hentai. It's the dirty talk. I mostly watch it to replicate that into my real life. With the dirty talk. And when I would do cream pies, I think that's like, when you search it up, it's like cream pies, because I feel like I talk the most shit when I do the cream pies.
Ooh, it like brings it out of you.
Because I watch a lot of cream pie
Hentai.
hentai.
So
Yeah.
hentai is one of your biggest inspirations.
Yes, and also because now I feels weird watching my friends. I'm like, oh no, and then like I'm just like I want to watch hentai or no face stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people who watch porn think that they like watch it so much that they know everyone in it, but it's like like now that I have filmed with people, I'm like, no, you literally like I know every single one of these people. It's fucking
Yeah.
weird.
It's like I know it's their job,
I know.
but there's still some favorites
There's
that I
still
have.
some that I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
still watch you. Even
Yeah.
though you're my bestie, bro.
Yeah. Yes, it's like we had lunch, but I still would masturbate to you. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
if
yeah.
someone told me that, I'd be like, it's cool with me. I don't think that's weird. I'm like, okay, that's like, let's chill.
Yeah.
Because one of my best friends, he still watches my porn. And I'm
Whoa.
like cool with it. I'm like, what did you think? Like he'll critique it for me, and I'll be like, all right, I'll remember that.
That's true, homie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird at all. Like some of my friends watch porn and get off to it. Sometimes they'll ask me first, and I'm like, you don't have to ask me.
Also, I don't feel like I have control over. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
you can do it in
no.
secret and never tell me. Like I've just let go of the need for people to
Yeah.
not see it.
And I'm glad that
Yeah.
it doesn't make you feel weird because I was doing some research for scientific and podcasting purposes, and I got distracted and started having sex because it was sexy.
Thank you. I did my job right.
You do. You really do. The blowjobs are sloppy. It's beautiful.
I honestly don't even know how I have that much saliva, and that's kind of the reason why I did porn.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do I do with all this?
There was a guy I was giving head to, and he was like, "You should do porn,"
Wow.
and that's when I was like, "I have something going on here."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet.
Yeah. That is sweet.
Yeah, actually, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't do it. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
There are angels on all of our paths, you know.
Totally.
Honestly, like
Pointing the way.
things happen for a reason.
Do you think that you were like born for porn?
I want to say yes, but that sounds so weird. But I feel like I am just because of like how hypersexual I've always been. Even when I was a virgin, I would watch porn not to masturbate, but to learn.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be the best person that someone fucked, so they always remember me. And
Yes.
that's why I got into porn, but also because we're all sexual. It's normal to enjoy being sexual because we're humans. So I just knew it from the beginning because I was either gonna do a Playboy. I was like inspired by like the Playboy Playmates and stuff. So I wanted to do something similar to, but I didn't think I was gonna do like full on porn until like I became an adult.
Yeah. What was your aha moment of like, this is where I'm going?
When I was doing the couples cam with that guy that I like gave the blowjob to, and then I was like doing my research about porn. I was watching documentaries, interviews, and I was like, I'm fit for this. Like I need to do this because there's no one. That's when I was like, there's no one that looks like me. I'm watching so much porn. There's no one that looks like me. And then that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Damn, that's brave, dude.
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
I literally met an agent off Twitter, and then he flew me to Florida, and then the next day I did porn.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And that was in 2018?
2018. Yeah.
Cool.
Said let's fucking go, boys.
Such
Got
a
on a
great time to
flight.
start.
That was like my first time flying ever to
Really?
I flew like halfway across the country. I was so scared. Some girl on the plane thought I was being trafficked and stuff. I was like, no, like I'm okay. She's like, why are you by yourself? Like, why are you going to Florida? I was like, modeling.
Oh,
And
no.
she's like, are you sure, sweetie? So like when I got picked up and picked up my luggages, she was watching me the whole time I got picked up by like my agent and recruiter.
Wow. She almost saw something, said something.
Yeah, but I
Holy
was like,
shit.
no, I'm consenting to this. Like I want to do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
She said call 911 for a great time.
That's awesome. Do you ever go to well, how much mainstream are you doing? I saw that you did your first Tushy anal scene, which is very exciting. How much
Yeah.
mainstream are you doing these days?
Well, I'm contracted with Vixen, so everything is exclusive with them.
Because you're that bitch.
Yeah.
I love Vixen. They're amazing. But I think once I'm done with this contract, I'm like gonna go more towards a YouTube route and kind of see my options with what I want to do with my career in life, just because I feel like right now I'm a I like to move. I used to have a lot of jobs as a teenager, and I'd be like, all right, bored, next. Like, I did this. It's like completing a video
We're
game,
the
right?
same way.
So it's like, all right, I became a big porn star. Like, what do I want to do now? So I want to, like, get into the anime community now. And finally, like, get respect from those type of people now, and, like, open doors for girls in the future or anyone like me that wants to do the same thing as I do.
What does getting respect in the anime community look like?
It's kind of tough because, you know, when I did an anime expo, I had a booth and they wanted to put me in the 18 plus because they were afraid I was going to bring those type of people. They thought I was going to be signing porn pictures and everything, when reality, like, I did cosplays pictures, so I was signing cosplays, and it's just showing that I'm more than just a sex worker, that I'm also a personality and an influencer, and just because I do porn and have sex on camera doesn't mean that I'm not.
That's your whole,
like, you know,
life,
that's my career.
personality.
That's like what I do. It's just like anybody else that clocks into work. I clock into a set, and then once that's over, I go home, I watch anime, I hang out with my cats. You know, I'm still very wholesome. You know, we're all wholesome people.
Are you watching?
Right now, I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure right now.
How much anime do you watch a week in hours?
Ooh, I would say just as much as I do porn, really. Because I also like watching my YouTubers, and I like watching movies. And realistically, like, we can't, like, be at home and just watch subbed anime all the time. You know, it's kind of hard to.
That's a lot of reading.
And reading too. It's like, fuck, I feel guilty. I feel like I should be responding to emails or making something. So I try to give myself like 2 to 4 hours a day, really, to like watch or read manga or play video games, and like still be myself versus like my career, because we can get stuck with our like stage names and stuff, because we're like, we have to be ourselves 24/7. I have to be Violet, I have to be Sydney. You know, it's like I have to be that person, but realistically myself is like being nerdy versus being a porn star all the time. Like right now, like, I'm fully dressed, people are like, you wear clothes? I'm like,
what's this?
I'm like, I'm cold. I get cold. Like, I feel my hands are freaking freezing. But also, like, I like clothes. Like, I'm not going to be, like, half naked all the time.
Dude, I think that you are onto something, and it really feels like we are on this precipice of, like, sex workers becoming more, like, genuinely accepted. But I'm like, I don't know. Part of me knows that that's a bit of a fantasy, and that it feels like it'll never be 100% true in our lifetimes. But I'm like, there's hope, though.
No, there is. Yeah,
sure.
especially.
We're definitely headed towards there, and I feel like we're going to be waiting for the rest of the world to keep up and catch up for a
Always.
while. But I feel like in LA, obviously, we're in a bubble, and there's porn people everywhere, so it's a little bit more. But then it also makes it more, like, jarring when you are hit with something weird for doing porn in LA. It's like, do you know where we are? Like, why are you being weird about it? Yeah.
It's that stigma. I always, people think so wrong about our industry. They assume the worst, when really it's the opposite. I feel like outside industries are a little bit more sketchy and dangerous, versus we're all 18 plus, consulting adults. We're doing this because we want to, and I think it's natural to have sex on, like, not even if it's like we're showing people like how we fuck, we're technically sex therapists. We're helping people get about their day. I feel like there was a time where I couldn't come until, like, I had to masturbate to start my day. Because it would give me that energy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's natural, like, to masturbate and have sex. I think it's better to do it with yourself than, you know, having multiple partners, you know, like being a sex addict, you know, because then, like, if you're masturbating, you're like, okay, cool, next, I'm not hurting anyone, versus I don't know, I hope I'm not taking it the wrong way. No,
I'm interested in what you're saying.
because sex addiction can be scary too, you know, so it's like, it's a double-edged sword. But I think we're all human, and we don't realistically, we're not no one to judge, you know. I don't know. I don't like to judge people based on what they do versus a janitor or a CEO. Like, my mom always taught me not to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, there are plenty of industries that are super unsafe and super sexualized, especially for women and femmes, and no one's trying to save them from being a waitress, or like not letting them get an apartment because they're a bartender, you know. And I felt like I have been a sex worker my whole life. Like, I just feel like I've had this weight on me of being like an attractive sexual person, and like the energy that comes with that from other people is always there, whether you're monetizing it or not. And yeah, sex is the whole reason we're even all having this conversation.
Yeah.
Why is it the biggest thing that's like
The taboo, right? I feel like in other places it's very open-minded people. Like I think I've seen commercials in Australia where they promote it but as safe and they don't discriminate or anything, versus here it's like, oh, you have sex, you're nasty. Versus like, but that same person is like fucking and cheating on their wife, you know? So it's a very hypocritical situation, I feel like, especially with porn. You know, a lot of people talk down on us, but they're the first ones they go to.
Literally.
Yeah. It's interesting about like mainstream actors and mattress actors. It's
Oh my god, we had such a weird experience.
we had a weird experience, but it's like a lot of actors have full on sex scenes where like
Oh yeah,
like okay, you can't see penetration, but you can see
softcore.
everything else. Yeah, it's softcore porn. Like
they're
what is the
naked.
difference?
Yeah, like Euphoria. You know.
Yeah.
Like that's a good example. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is like I'm watching porn on the TV. You know,
And they're in high school.
And it's because like
Yeah,
if that
that's
video was
even
on
weirder.
Pornhub, it would be taken down. Because it's like high schoolers having sex and they're
Yeah.
saying that they're in high school. Like that's not allowed on Pornhub, but it's allowed on HBO. It's interesting.
it's such a like Hollywood and stuff. Like I don't want to get too weird with it, but
yeah.
they're very hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking pedophiles and all that, you know what I mean? So it's like with us, I mean, you know, it's like good and bad, like double-edged sword. Here I go again, because it's like with our industry there's some certain plays that people do, like roles that people do to fetishize certain people, and that's when I feel like people start to feel like our industry is dangerous, but it's like not, because at the end of the day that's 18-year-olds. You know, we're not promoting anything. It's just
No,
people
and-
having sex.
And like participating in porn in any way doesn't mean that you like condone every single part of porn. Like every single industry could be better, and like porn can too.
Yeah, we're just held to a very different
Yo.
standard across the board.
I think it's because we take our clothes off, but then we could wear it again and walk, and you know.
Just let us be hot. Fuck.
And I think a lot of people think that we just don't enjoy it. That's the thing. It's like, no, I love to suck dick. Like I love to get fucked, or I just genuinely, I feel like a lot of people think that we don't, and it's like,
Yeah,
we
I remember
do.
having that like idea growing up. I don't know if it was from my mom or like where I got it from, but that like porn stars only said that they liked having sex that much to like sell more porn. And now that I know a lot of porn stars, I'm like, these bitches are horny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
I feel like because I didn't have a lot of sex growing up, I'm definitely making up for it on camera, and I get paid for it. Like, well, that's like the best job ever in my opinion.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited now that winter is like past. I'm in my new place. I'm so ready to start filming again.
Yeah,
me too. I feel that.
I'm ready.
I feel like everyone's feeling that like almost spring like horniness.
I
ready
feel like
to-
the winter was pretty bad for all of us.
it was
really.
bad.
It felt crazy. A
Yeah,
little bit.
it didn't feel real.
No.
It was a hard time.
And then we
We're
had
crawling out.
shutdowns too. It was like scary.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of us, and it made us realize like, oh wow, like that's when it's like I feel like what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just realizing that we deserve to be safe.
Yeah.
We really do. We have a lot of work hazards that other people wouldn't even think of.
I know, right?
Like I mean, this was in the strip club. Like you got staph infection in your knee.
Bro, I had pink eye for
Oh my
almost 3 straight
God.
months last year.
Damn.
It was horrible.
Ricky Johnson said he got gonorrhea in his knee. Like things
In
that
your
you just-
knee?
yeah.
What?
There's just things you wouldn't think
I would
of.
never guess, yeah. But I think that's why they make us do the swabs too. Like we
Yeah,
have
the
to
swabs
add
are important.
more testing to our stuff. I did the uroplasma. That
Mhm.
one is not the best. Imagine swabbing your pee hole. Like they're, you know, it's
Okay, bro.
Men and
Okay, so the
women.
first time I made them do it because I was like, I cannot find it, and they were all like, "We're phlebotomists." But okay.
Yeah, I'm picturing the people at CET like
literally. And then the second time I took my phone camera and I was like,
I did the same thing too. You know what I did? I put my leg on the counter, and then like it was just so weird. And
I
like,
can't
okay,
see
there
it.
it is. I see it. It's like so weird.
and like civilians think that we're the dirty ones. We're like we are swabbing every orifice
Every
twice a month at least.
at least, because I have to get tested once a week.
Yeah.
So it's like my arm and getting bruised.
I know. I have like
and-
scar tissue building up on the vein.
God.
Also, these dudes can come. You're a fucking war hero, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not say war hero, but you are a hero.
No, thank you for your service, both of you and me. We're out here doing it.
Yeah, because I know condom, boy girl doesn't do as well as without a condom.
It just
don't
it
wanna
makes
wear
me in my head if I see a condom in the video, I'm like,
What's going on here?
what? Why is the condom on? Yeah.
Yeah, even though I feel
feel
like we
suspicious.
should,
I know.
but on camera it's different, because we're all tested. We're seeing each other's
Yeah.
tests. We know we'll see each other sometimes at CET, the testing facility. So when we fuck like civilians, it's like I rather not take that risk sometimes, because it's like, oh man, I have to wear a fucking condom, and like I
Yeah.
don't do well with fucking latex. It's like too much work.
No.
That's why I'm like, let me masturbate. Let me use the vibrator.
Dude, I hooked
Yeah.
up with someone the other day, and they were about to put on a condom, and I was like, I don't even remember how to do that, which is so dumb.
It's like, what side is it? Like,
Literally
it's
the
like,
trampoline.
I
Wait,
can't-
okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I can't remember the last time I had sex with a
Condom,
civilian.
civilian.
I hate to use that, but it's like our way to talk about
Yeah.
people who are not in the industry. It's not like saying that someone's below or anything.
no,
That's
no,
just
no.
us saying you're not in the industry. That's it.
And that's
Yeah.
okay. You're still sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So Violet, if I wanted to fuck a fan, what would I do? You do a call on YouTube, yes?
I did one, yeah, and it was like, it's very difficult.
It sounds like a lot, but I want to do it.
Okay. So my thing is, because I used to escort before I blew up.
Mm-hmm.
I did like a screening process. So
Mhm.
that same screening process, I did it for the fuck a
Okay,
fans.
nice.
So I was like, give me your ID, give me your like what you do for a living. Let's FaceTime, let's have a conversation,
For
let's get to
sure.
know each other.
Yeah.
And then if the vibe's there, let's do it. But I always require a dick pic because I need to see. Because I also need to see the dick. I got in dick pictures. I'm like, that's the one. And then in person, it's like way smaller. And there's no offense to that, but it doesn't do good on camera. So you know how many times I've had to not film and scrap the content because either he can't perform or his dick doesn't like stay hard or his dick is small and you can't see the penetration. I've had a lot of ups and downs with it in the few years I've done it. And it's really hard, I'm going to be honest. It's hard to find that right person because then also you have to be careful now depending on like your fan base. Like you don't want someone to be crazy.
Yeah. We fucked one fan together, but he didn't want to film it.
Yeah, you see, that sucks. Like a lot of them are like, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then they'll flake or they'll be like, I don't want to do it anymore. And it's like, bro, you're not showing your your face. It's just your dick. And they'll flake out. And it's like, that's why I don't do it as much as people want me to do it because of that
The
reason. It's like,
logistics.
it's a job at the end of the day. Like you get to fuck me, you get the porn star experience. But at the end of the day, I need to make the content. I'm not fucking you because I want to fuck you. Like if I wanted to, I'll just go to work and fuck a real porn star and get fucked, So I want to do it because I want to give my fans like that real experience, but also like have like not just like a giant dick, but like normal size like dicks.
Yeah. What do you think about the like what gets lost in translation between like the dick pic you're sent and you're like, okay, sick, let's go, and then you get in person and it's different? Is it the angle?
The angle for sure.
Yeah.
They'll get you with the angle. Now, you know what I do? I need a comparison. I need to see a phone or a remote.
Do you also need their face in it somewhere so you know
That's
it's them?
good.
I don't need their face. I'm not really like I've like fucked like ugly guys and they have good dick.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
just to know they're not dick fishing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that too, But I just need to like FaceTime and see it. Like we'll do a show together, see, what it's
Yeah.
like. I used to do that a lot. Now not as much because I'm more afraid because I've had people stand outside my rooms at hotels and conventions and be weird about
No.
it. So it's like I have to be really careful who I fuck because let's say I fuck them really good, they're gonna try to impregnate me or I have to be really careful, especially because now I'm not on birth control.
Yeah.
It's like
We're
yeah.
uncontrolled.
I've had cream pies from fans before and bro, I was on birth control, so I was
Okay.
able to, be okay. But
Mhm.
I've gotten pissed. I'll be like, bro, I told you not to fucking come on me.
I love
Like,
you.
You get to come either on my face or on my bush. Those are my two favorites.
I love that you're a bush girly.
I love a bush.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
like the best thing. I like it when it's like really hairy too.
Yeah.
Not like a landing strip. Like I wanted like a full bush.
Yeah.
Do you do anything to the sides or anything?
I'll clean the lips because I'm considerate. I don't want no one to get a hair in their mouth. But like
Real.
everything up
Yeah.
here, I like
Leave
to
it?
have.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
I like my
Yeah.
bush being played with and
Mm-hmm.
pulled and stuff. I'll have a rough scene. I'll be like, pull my fucking bush. Like
Oh,
that's like my thing.
Sexy. I love that. I love
Mhm.
like alternative pussy playing. Like a little
Mhm.
like jiggle tap. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Or a slap, like
Little
a little. I like a
slaps.
little slap, not too hard, but like a little slap.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
a
a-
rhythmic slap.
Mhm.
I do
Mhm.
that to comfort myself sometimes. I'm just
Me
like,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just,
I
like,
do that with
holding
my
it.
bush. I'm like,
Oh yeah, bush twirling is.
Yeah, this is the seed of a lot of knowledge.
Who needs a
Mhm.
stress ball when
when you have a bush.
love bushes?
Um,
Do you do a lot of fetish content?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so before I joined, I didn't have a bush,
Okay.
and then my agent was like, "You need to grow a bush," and I was
Mm.
like,
It suits you.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh god!" Like ever since I had a bush, I feel like my pussy pics are way better.
Totally.
It just has that character, you know.
Totally.
And I've always wanted. I remember there was a time where I was growing it so long that I actually wanted to braid it. And I almost did, but I was like, you know what, it's getting too much because now when I wear a bathing suit, it looks like I have a dick. So that's when I was like, I have to trim it now. I have to trim it.
Bro, two leg cornrows going down the labia. Imagine.
You'll be like,
It
it'll
look
be
like
like
an open
swinging
zipper.
and stuff when you're like doing doggy. It'll be so funny. Like I was like in my joking era when I was growing that, and I wanted to dye it too, like a really funny
In my
color.
joking era.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna fuck around and just have a colorful bush and
I'm
like
just gonna
play
be a
with it.
meme. Pussy
Yeah,
meme.
a pussy meme, yeah. But now I'm like, okay, it's at a good length. I like to
Mhm.
trim it, but I also want it to be long enough where I could still pull it.
Yeah, mine is so coarse that like when it gets really long, if I'm wearing jeans or something and I take them off, and like the hair's all like
It's all
like
flat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine. I know mine's do that too. I'm like, okay. Or if it's like a certain way, it'll be up and then it'll go up to right here, and I'll be like, oh god, I think it's time to
Mhm.
trim.
So in my research, I think that you've talked about this on a podcast, but I didn't hear the whole story, and maybe there's new information. Who started the rumor that you had died? That's so rude.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Oh my
maybe she
God.
faked her own death as like a publicity stunt, which is genius. But
God, this guy in Europe, he like wanted my attention so bad that he started that rumor, and it escalated to where there's YouTube videos. There's people that figured out that I'm alive, so they had to make a whole new theory that I'm actually alive. Even when I was posting, still they're like, someone else is posting, that's not real. Like people were legit in my comments. I would do YouTube videos. People were like, how long ago? Like that she's dead. Why is she filming? Like
Damn.
it was very serious. Like I think it was 2021 when that rumor started, and I
How
was
did he
really
start it?
because he wanted my attention. My publicist
Yeah.
at the time was like, I was like, we need to get this taken down. Even my agent, I was like, I'm like freaked out because now someone's like putting that negative energy out there. I was like,
it's
we
really
need.
upsetting.
Oh yeah, I believe in like what you say will come true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh fuck no, like we gotta take this down, and then it just kept getting worse and worse. So what I did was I made a YouTube video saying I'm alive, and people still were fucking saying I'm dead. So I was like, you know what, it's gonna die, and luckily it's it's
Yeah.
not as bad as it is, but I still get she's alive. I thought she was dead.
Yeah.
I still
Fuck,
see that because you
dude.
know why?
It's rude.
There's also someone really named Violet Myers, like a legit person, and she was like an old lady. So when you type in Violet Myers, an old lady comes up.
Well, that is not what came up when I typed in Violet Myers.
Maybe it changed now, but I remember when I would
It
Google.
was not in page one. I was deep in there, so don't worry.
Okay. Well, sorry to that old lady. I took your name.
I'm sure she's honored. That's that is a important like step that fans take when they feel so ignored that they have to do something crazy to get your attention. That's
Yeah.
what really. I've had a couple things come up like that recently where they're like making up stories about people in my life and like giving fake evidence of stuff just to get a reaction, like just to get them in your mental sphere. That's all they
Yeah.
want. It's like,
They're so smart. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Those are the psychopaths.
Yeah.
Because they feel like because they've seen you get like fucked or like you're yourself on camera online and
Yeah.
your personality that people think they know you, and it's like you actually don't, because if you knew me you would run away from me. You'd be like, you know what,
You don't
maybe
want
she's
this,
like
honey.
maybe she's a little too weird. But it's like I get it, they want to be our friends and stuff, but it's like there has to be a, what is it, like a line that
Yeah,
needs to be drawn,
boundary.
boundary.
Yeah.
I feel like in America we have like a real fetish for like not being able to tell fantasy from reality sometimes.
Yeah, because of Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
I feel like I know them, but that's why I'm understanding with the fans. Like, all right, cool, I understand you. Like, I'm a fan of other people too, but there has to be some kind of boundaries too
Yeah.
when it comes to meeting and seeing people, or even the way you interact with me online.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just be like, you're ugly, and then I respond and you're like, oh, I love you, I'm so sorry, I just wanted your attention. Like, you can't do that.
I'm a person.
Yeah.
Still a person.
Yeah. I feel like people that consume media and don't really create a lot, they might get lost in the whole concept of like the deep fake and stuff like
Ooh,
that. I
yeah.
think that it's hard for some people. Me too, sometimes I see something online and I assume that it's real, and then I realize like, wait, that thing in the corner is not moving, but everything else is moving. It's interesting, and I think that people will believe whatever they want to fuel their own fantasy.
Mhm.
But deepfakes are trippy.
I saw what that streamer did and with the deep fakes, and I was like, bro, there's like you like if that girl was to do porn, people would talk bad about her. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, I don't think I know what you're talking about. Do you know?
you don't.
Which one?
Oh, there was like a Twitch streamer who was caught watching this.
Oh yeah, Antioch or something.
I thought it was Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Well, her too, but I think it was like he was looking up his friend's deep fake, and it's like there's so much content out there that you can watch. You even watch hentai, like you can,
Yeah.
but to like look up someone that's like not even doing that, and that's like very weird. And to me, that's where the boundary needs to be stopped. I feel like no, those people don't feel comfortable with that. She obviously made a point too where she was like, I don't like that, especially that was her friend too. So the deepfakes I'm not really a big fan of. Like, I've seen people do one of Ariana Grande, and it's like I was like, no, like people need to relax. Like, don't sexualize them, because they're not sexualizing themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if I
Very
do
valuable
sexualize
point.
myself, don't like unless
Yeah.
I want to,
Mm-hmm.
and monetize off it.
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of the thing. Even if you're like adamantly not in the adult industry, like the internet will bring you into it almost.
It's so
and like whether you're posting bikini pics or like sweatshirt Harvard studying photos, like there are men jerking off to you. That's just
yeah, even fully clothed.
fully clothed.
Yeah, I was like, even when I stream, I'm like fully clothed, and they're like, I'm jerking off to you, and I'm like, what? That's so weird. I'm like just playing video games, and I'm like yelling and screaming and scared. Like, I'm like, what? I don't
Maybe
know.
they're just a casual masturbator, because I can masturbate like watching TV or something that's completely non-sexual. And like,
then you gotta have that imagination. Then
yeah,
it's the imagination. Then
yeah. Sometimes an orgasm is just like forcing a sneeze or something. It just feels like okay.
relief of stress.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm like, I need to like come at least once or twice a week.
Oh.
Are you a
yeah.
vibrator girly?
I was just
Vibrator
gonna
all the
ask that.
way. Like, I need to. Even when I have a penis, like I still need a vibrator.
I know. I'm trying to like get back into finger territory, but it's been a long
I've never done
time.
fingering.
It's a long. It takes a while. The
Yeah.
vibrator is like,
Like DJing?
God. Yeah.
It's not the
DJing.
same. You know what I would do? I would masturbate with my thighs. Like, I would like crush my thighs and like
That is so sexy.
I would literally like, cause I had no vibrators, so I would just use my thighs and like squish it until I felt like I was gonna come, and then boom. And I was like, and then when I discovered the vibrator, I never went back. But I was always afraid to finger myself. I would always I would always want someone else to do it.
I feel you. I was the same
Interesting.
way for a long time until I learned how to make myself squirt, and then it was like, okay.
Oh yeah,
That's important to do. But
Mhm.
I'm a outside by myself type girl, unless I'm like filming something
yeah. I was
Mhm.
gonna say that I need to film.
external.
I can't just squirt on my own, cause I'm like, damn, I should have filmed that.
Oh yeah, I don't think I do it off camera.
Yeah, right. It's like, now I need to make my money off this.
Violet, why is anime important?
Anime's important for me or like in general?
Yes.
Both? Okay. Well, I believe anime is important because I've learned so many lessons from it. And I feel like normal television isn't as entertaining. And also it brings me back to my childhood, just watching like, whether it's cartoons or anime. And then I think it's important to the world because of the same reason. It really teaches you wholesome stuff about life and people and what you can learn about yourself. I've learned so much about myself through characters because I'm like, wow, I actually feel like that. And just seeing their character development has like helped me too with being an adult and a human.
Dude, I just saw, this is embarrassing to admit, but I just saw the first episode of Naruto like the other day. And that shit made me cry. I was like, this is really emotional. And I totally get why everyone sees themselves in Naruto now. Because guess what? So do I.
Oh, once you get deeper, it's like you learn so much from these characters, especially because like he was alone.
I know.
He had no family. It's like I'm a Pisces, so like I love being in my feelings. So when I watch stuff like that, like, oh god, I get so emotional and attached to the characters. Versus like I do get attached to humans, but not as much as I do with anime characters because I meet so many of them. Versus in real life, I don't really meet that many humans. Only online. Like when I meet them online, like in person, I create that emotional connection with them. But with anime and television, I create connections with these characters. So I take that and I learned from it. And I sometimes will be the character. I'll take their personality sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I relate to that. I'm gonna be that.
Dude, also the anime community is so adorable and horny. It's like a bunch of like kids who grew up to like be nerds with money and who are still horny. So they just get to dress up and fuck now, which I love so much.
Yes.
I feel like the lessons and characters kind of like hit harder because it is animated. Like I feel like without humans being involved, you can kind of like get out of your head easier and like connect to characters more and allow the lessons to help you figure out how to navigate life better because humans aren't involved and
It's
you can
great.
apply it easier.
It's great storytelling too.
Yeah. And some anime are so deep, it's like upsetting. Like Neon Genesis is probably my favorite anime, and I still don't understand a lot of it, I feel like.
Yeah, that anime is great, but it's very confusing.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
heady.
like. Yeah, it's the same as like some animes where I'm like there's this series called the Fate series. I will never understand that because you have to watch like certain seasons differently than it originally is.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, it's kind of like the Star Wars series, I would say, where it's
word.
like, how it's like it starts
out
from
of
like,
order.
yeah, it's all out of order. So I'm like, I'd rather not. There's some shows I avoid them like because of that, but there's also other amazing ones. Like, I don't know, I'm sure you've watched A Silent Voice. It's like it's like the saddest movie about like a deaf girl and this guy's like bullying her, and it's like that movie honestly is like the saddest movie.
Oh wait, I have seen that movie.
I think it's like it's like a very
On Netflix,
popular.
Netflix?
Yeah, Netflix. Yeah, it's very popular. If you should check it out. It's a very honestly, I still get traumatized because like it's just like how can you bully someone that has a disability? So it's like I like watching like sad stuff because there's not that many like good sad stuff like in real life, if that makes sense. Like sad movies,
Yeah.
unless I'm not educated. Which then you could correct me because I want to watch some stuff, but I feel like anime really gets you in your feelings.
For real.
I'm a crier for sure in
I like
general
to.
and especially like movies, and I just get so connected and I
Yeah.
just feel so like there with them. Like
It's like you wish you could help them, but you can't because they're not real.
Yeah.
But then I remember it's not real and that those aren't real people. But then you never know. They can be based on a story that we don't know, and so then it like fucks me up.
some of them probably are.
Yeah.
Is there a new Attack on Titan?
Yeah, it just came
It just
out
came out?
last Friday, I believe.
That's like one of the only animes that I've seen, and I really,
It's so
really loved it. It was creepy.
Are you caught up with it?
I don't think so. No.
Oh my god. I just need one more episode and I'm caught up to that new season, the
Nice.
new part because it's confusing. I'm sorry. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
that it is.
it's
Yeah.
confusing. Some shows I'm like, bro, just make it normal. Like, cause then it's like
Yeah.
confusing for your audience. But I just feel like it's a great anime and you're gonna fall in love with it, and
Yeah.
that will lead you to other shows that are similar to that.
Have any fans made any little animes like based on you or like put you in it?
I get so many fan arts, so I
Mhm.
get a lot of people that draw me as our anime characters.
Cute.
I don't know if they like I'm sure that I've actually had one fan on Twitter, like he made like a whole thread of like
Oh,
a storyline for me.
that's so.
But-
What if you got your own anime?
Yeah, that's what
That'd
I'm
be
saying.
I've actually really
Sick.
thought about. I'm like, what am I gonna like? I want to write a manga, but I think I would make it like a comedy slice of life, where it's like there's this one manga. It's like this guy how he became a porn star, but it's like not a human. And he's like a,
Oh my god, Emma bought that for me.
you know what I'm talking about?
My what's it called? My boyfriend was I have the little manga of it. I know
It's
says
like a
porn
weird
star and it's
character,
not a
right?
dude.
It's not a
Yeah.
human. He's like a little. He's like a chicken or something.
Oh.
I don't know. He's like weird. It's like not a human.
He's a cop.
He's something, but he's like a figure. He's not a human.
Oh,
Is
maybe
it
I'm
that
thinking
one?
of something else then. What happens to him?
There's only like 3 books out right now, and it's just like him wanting to be a porn star. So it's like him being on set, and then like starting off as an extra, then doing his first movie with like a beautiful porn star. So he's like nervous. It's like
Oh my god.
it's like real life. Like I think that a lot of porn stars can read and be like, oh my god, I know exactly what this is like.
Ooh.
It's a great book. I was thinking of doing that, but like my own version, kind of like not like not like telling the truth, but also like adding to like the story without making it boring in
Yeah.
a manga.
Like a slice of life about a cute cam girl. That's adorable.
Yeah, and then how she becomes a porn star with her cats. Yeah,
How many? You have 2.
I have 5 cats,
Okay.
but I have 3 at my mom's house,
And the new baby.
and then I have 2
What's
now.
his name again?
Jojo,
Jojo.
and then Jojo's so cute. I'll show you.
Yes,
So
please.
cute, bro.
Jojo is so cute, and then I actually just got another cat. This is
We are all cat.
I love that.
infested. Yeah.
This I just
Cat
got this cat
infested.
right now. This is her.
You just got her?
I just got her.
Why is her face so
She's
evil?
so scared because it's like we just got her yesterday.
Oh my god.
What's her
Yeah.
name?
Her name is Jolene.
That was my
Jojo
super
and
name.
Jolene.
Jojo and Jolie.
Her name was supposed to be Pearl, but everyone was like, "No, we want Jolene." And this is
Jolene.
Jojo.
Oh,
He's a little he's a British short hair too.
British.
He's a little British boy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's so cute.
You're a cat person. It's rare that people talk about breeds in cat in cat world.
I know. they're
Emma
like,
has a Maine Coon, and I swear to God, I want to get a Maine Coon because of her. I was like, oh my God, he's so cute.
you will.
Yeah,
Do it.
that's the next
Maine
one.
Coons are the floofiest. I've always had them growing up. My cat Tiny is a Maine Coon technically, but he doesn't really come off that way.
No, what kind of personality does your cat have?
He's like has like samurai energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full zoomies.
He's like 10, but he still has. He's definitely
he's
he
an adult.
has like kitten energy though.
But he's like
Oh.
a regal, like Chinese dragon.
Yeah.
to me. That's how I always
Now I
see
want
it.
to see what
Totally.
your cat looks like.
I'll show you.
Oh my God. I'm like, I love cats. I've always wanted. I love animals as a whole. Like honestly, if I can get like a huge acre, and I really want a curly haired pig. I want a fluffy cow.
I want
I want a
goats.
pretty. Oh my God, goat, a little
And a
baby
turkey.
goat, a turkey. Oh my God. Oh my God, he or she. He is so precious. Oh my God, wait, I love that he's like ah.
Like always
so
the
cute.
picture I show.
Wait, is that
people.
him hanging out in the toilet?
Yeah.
What is it with cats hanging out in toilets?
They just love it.
I had to
like
put
toilet
like a little
creatures.
carpet on top of my toilet.
Because the toilet is like a portal, and cats love portals.
Yeah,
Facts.
that makes so much sense.
They're like picking up news from the sewer for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Violet. We
Yes.
haven't asked you the questions that we ask everyone.
Yes,
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to me. Talk to
Shall
me.
we?
Do you want to do the fuck, marry, dad one first?
Okay, let's go fuck Mary Dad.
Fuck, marry, dad. It's porn, guys. So
Okay.
just warning you.
I hope I know them because.
You do.
You do.
Okay.
Okay. Manuel Ferreira, Isaiah Maxwell, and Johnny Sins. Fuck, marry, dad. So no killing.
Okay. Fuck Mary Dad. Ooh. Okay. Yes. I would fuck Manuel.
Okay.
Marry Johnny Sins.
Okay.
No, but no. Oh, that's hard.
I
Wait,
know,
hold on.
Isaiah's like,
I know. I would marry Isaiah.
Okay.
And Johnny's your dad.
Johnny's my dad. Yeah. Because
That's a
I
good
would learn
answer.
so much from him.
Oh.
Be like, Dad, how do I take this dick? Stepdad.
Step. We said step. It's fine. That's a perfect answer.
Love. Okay. Also, how do you feel about being online forever? Because you're very online forever.
Oh my
Your
God.
legacy is enduring, bro.
I
Yeah.
could never go back to working a normal job because my
Never.
last normal job was Target. So realistically, I can never go back to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's levels, baby. She's
yeah.
elevated.
I've thought about it only because I eventually want to have kids, you know. But I also think about like this. Whatever's on the internet is going to stay on the internet. I already signed up to do this. I knew I was an adult when I did this, so I knew what I was going to sign up for. Realistically, what I fear the most about being on the internet forever is just being a parent and like parents not accepting me.
Like the other parents.
Yeah,
in
but
it.
but I've thought about it for a while. Realistically, I feel like I did what I did, and there's gonna be someone younger, better, more popular than me whenever I retire. So yeah, they'll be like, yeah, she did that. It's not like, you know, but it's not like I killed somebody. It's not like I murdered anyone. I had fun. I was young, and I don't have any regrets. It like changed my whole life. It changed my family's life. It changed literally everyone around me's life. So I'm okay with that. I love that. I can go back and be like, damn, I was really, really hot when I was like that age, you know?
Yeah,
It's like a
stuff to jerk off to forever. now.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm nervous, but also, you know, I did my bed. I gotta lay in it, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not gonna be like, damn, like you see me naked. Like it's like, oh, you see me naked. Like I looked fucking good in that video, right? So I'm okay with it. I think everyone's answer is different, but I don't really regret it. I'm gonna be like in the future, look back at my times when I'm a grandma and be like, damn, I had a fun long life.
And I think there are so many ways to like navigate motherhood, and so many people in porn are doing it and do it so beautifully. I think you're going to be an amazing mother, and I mean, it's so beautiful to raise kids who are accepting of people, and like you're
my kids are
going
gonna be open-minded.
And the world is moving and changing, and like
Yeah.
the new batch of kids that keep getting born and grown up and grow up, like they're cool as fuck about a lot of
Gen
things
Z
that
is super cool.
even we weren't cool about when we were their age. So like it's good. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's fine.
because I was raised in an open-minded house and family, so I know there's other people like my family too.
That's awesome that your family is so like riding for you.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, we're all adults. We're consulting, and realistically, it's like, what are you gonna tell me? You're not gonna tell me not to have sex on camera when I'm making this amount of money and helping you? Like, shut up. But also, they, you know, they're not saints either. My mom had me when she was a teenager. So it's like, I didn't lose my virginity until I was like 18. You waited like how long? So they're no one to judge, really.
Yeah, word.
What's the other one? Oh, what's the most forbidden sex you've ever had?
Ooh, I wouldn't say I had sex, but I definitely gave a blowjob in front of church.
In front of a church?
In front of a church.
daylight?
Like in the parking lot, yeah. Right before I had to do... I forgot why I went, honestly.
Bro, that's insane.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know what I was doing. I think I was like either doing community service or something, but I was like, I'm like, let's do it.
Extracurricular.
You know, I was like, and then I had s'mores after. Like we were like all hanging out,
So
reading a
wholesome.
book, and reading s'mores after that. I would say that's like the raunchiest or forbidden stuff
Yeah.
I've done.
Wow.
Everything else is like wholesome, like hotel sex and
Not
fuck in a
front of the
college
eyes of
bathroom. I know, but you know, God's not judging me.
That's true. God fucks.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
mean,
God.
he's probably watching someone else. You know, he can't keep his eyes all on me. You know, there's someone else doing something way worse
Although
than
I'm
I
sure he
am.
wants to.
Fuck it.
God's on Violet Myers' Pornhub right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, searching me right now. Like, oh, okay, let's keep her up there.
Protected divinely.
Mhm.
Well, dude, it's been amazing to have you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
This
It was-
flew by.
Really
Yeah,
fun.
I know. I had so much fun. You guys are great.
Yeah, I can't to watch it back.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
And to
Like,
film soon.
yes.
They got boobs now.
I love all boobs, honestly.
Me too. I just like nipples.
Yes, nipples.
I don't care what's underneath them.
I've like worked with this girl who had hairy nipples, and I was like, this is like, it's actually kind of hot. Like,
Me
you
too.
know?
I had that experience and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Like, women are just beautiful.
Yes.
I'm not that I'm over men, but I feel like I fucked enough guys where it's like, all right, time to like fuck more girls now.
Oh.
Have a good even.
Yeah, sexuality is always like, I feel like changing based on what you are getting used to. So sometimes
Mhm.
you just gotta let the pendulum swing.
Yeah.
Ride some strap, bro.
Yeah. Or let it ride you or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Do you like scissoring?
I love it, but I need to have a vibrator in the middle
Mhm.
because I feel like when I did the scissoring for the first time, that was like my bucket list of things to do with a girl. And then when I did, I was like, this is not, maybe we didn't scissor right, but I was like,
You wanted some
Yeah.
more.
yeah, it wasn't like how I seen it in the movies.
Yeah.
Like I would watch scissoring, but like up close, and I'd be like, that's
Mhm.
so hot, but it's
Trimming.
trimming, yeah,
Mhm.
and like it's not the same as like. I feel like I need to either be like super wet already or like
Mhm.
have a vibrator in the middle so we could both come at the same time and
Yeah.
then scissor
Yeah.
right after.
Yeah.
So it's like that afterthought feeling.
Yes. Scissoring is like a specialty of mine. So if you ever want to hang out sometime,
You could show me how to correctly scissor.
yes, please. I would be so honored.
Line up the beans.
Yay.
that.
Yeah. Violet, thank you so much. So much fun.
It's gonna be
Eternally.
online